At Whitworth University, as you know, we pulled all sorts of pranks. One of them personally involved the president of Whitworth University, the most powerful man on campus. Well, the president was a pretty nice sort of fellow, very down to earth. He knew so many people's names, and he often ate lunch with students. And there he was one day, he was eating lunch with a bunch of very nervous looking freshmen. He did not know me, nor did he know my friend Matt Park, and so we used that to our advantage. I went up to his table, that is the president's table, and I introduced myself, and I sat down with my tray, and there, concealed in my lap, was a chunk of bright red Jell-O, and I had wrapped it up in the outer layer of a napkin, so it sort of gave this fleshy sort of texture to it, and just to make it drip a little more, I poured some red punch on this thing. You're probably wondering where I'm going with it. Oh, it gets so good. I had this concealed, and I was, listening to the nervous freshmen talk to the president about their hopes and dreams and aspirations. And then Matt Park, he came up behind me, and he introduced himself as well. And the president actually said, wow, are you guys running for student government or something? You're very friendly. And we're like, oh, no, we're just, just introducing ourselves, saying hi to you, the president. And Matt and I also introduced ourselves to each other. Like, I didn't know Matt, and he did not know me. Well, in the middle of our conversation, I looked very intently at Matt, and he looked very intently at me. And it was so intense that the whole table got very quiet. And I said to Matt, have you? You didn't. And with that, I took the hand that had concealed this chunk of red Jell-O, and I thrust it down his shirt, and I moved my arm around like this, and he struggled and he flipped about, and this whole time I'm just screaming at the top of my lungs, ah! And there he is, Matt Park, screaming similarly at the top of his lungs, ah! Trying to get my arm out of his shirt. Flailing about like a dead fish, I ripped my arm out from his shirt, and there I held this thing in the middle of the table, and there everybody's shocked looks on their faces, just going, what's going on here? And Matt, of course, he flopped back in the chair and started quivering and twitching. And I took this thing and I went, and it exploded in this splat right in the middle of the table, and it dripped and oozed between my fingers. And there Matt lay, still as can be, and there I was with the veins popping out of my neck and out of my forearm, with this flesh dripping from my fingers. And I will never forget the president of Whitworth University staring at my hand, and he said with very little emotion, nice. You ripped his heart out. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the crowning moment of my college career.